Hey everybody, so today we're talking with Ryan Zook with Real Broker. Ryan runs the Dwellus team here at Real, does over $100 million in volume a year. Ryan's been in the industry for over 20 years, and today we're gonna get his thoughts and feedback on what it's like running kind of a mega team here at Real Broker. Ryan, thanks so much for joining me today, man. How you doing?
Thanks, Malcolm. I'm doing well. Excited to be
Glad,
here.
yeah, man. Glad to have you here. Well, can you tell me a little bit about how long have you been with Real Broker at this point?
So I have been with Real for a little over 16 months. We were exploring making a transition from our previous brokerage for about 4 or 5 months, kind of fell upon Real. And whoa, there's a down button. Um, let's give up button. Let's give
Does
up
it
buttons.
do yeah, there we go. Does it do it automatically? Oh, not for me.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so been with Real Broker for about 16 months and could not be happier. I mean, best business decision I've made in 20 years.
Nice, man. I'm really happy to hear that. And what was it that first attracted you to Real?
Um, I came originally for what I thought was the opportunity, and it's certainly lived up to the hype. I mean, the opportunity of what the stock could do,
Yeah.
the opportunity of revenue share. Uh, I mean, it's cheaper than our previous brokerage. And so, kind of when you package all the financials in, that really excited me for not only me personally as a team leader, but also my agents. And some of my agents now have 20, 30, $40,000 of stock in 16 months. And so it's been amazing from that standpoint. And then I'll just say this. I mean, I have been beyond impressed with the culture of collaboration, the training, and I mean, having been in this industry for 20 years and seeing what we're seeing happening, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, man. And talking about the stock, I mean, right now it more than doubled in the last 3 months, just the value of the
I
stock. So
know.
everybody that's been accumulating last couple years and been helping grow this company, we're all sitting pretty at this point with that the stock
I
value.
know. I Between you and me, I want the stock to go back down for another 6 months to a year. I know everybody's riding that high, but I'm like, I need another year of just building stock at lowest prices possible, because it's not going to stop. I mean, the stock price is going to keep going up, and that's what's exciting about this brokerage.
Yeah. And so you mentioned the revenue share as well, being a team leader. You know, you obviously
Yeah,
get revenue share on your team members, and you're giving them that opportunity to have that additional stream of income into their businesses as well, which is really huge. If you're comfortable talking about your rev share numbers, do you mind giving us a ballpark of kind of where you're at in terms of rev share in the first 16 months?
yeah, yeah. So I have about 15 or 16 first line qualified.
Nice.
So that means that I've unlocked all three levels. My network size is 596 as of today.
That's
So it's
huge.
grown very quickly. It's grown very, very quickly. And then I'm averaging about 23 to 25,000 a month in revenue share.
Wow,
So
man. That's
it's
amazing.
been life life changing. And to be honest with you, we're just getting started. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
exciting part about all of this. 16 months in, and I keep I keep thinking about this. Like I'm like, hey, I'm gonna wake up from this dream at some point. And it's mind blowing what's happening. And fast forward 3 years from now, it creates an exit strategy for me. A lot of my team members and other partners within Real have earned, I mean, in some cases, $10,000, $15,000 a month, which is awesome. And so the model is there. It's available for everybody. And so that's the exciting part.
Yeah, that's a huge stream of income into your business. And that could easily
Yeah.
surpass, your commission income, at some point if it
Yeah.
hasn't already. And what I love about it, again, it's giving those opportunities to your team members as well, and if you take
Yeah.
a team member, if they can get $1,000, $2,000 a month passive income, like that's really significant for a lot of
Yeah.
agents. Cool, man. And so Real's obviously a technology company. We've won Fast Company Design Awards for our technology and Inman Innovator of the Year for our technology. We've built our own technology. What's your thoughts on the technology that we have here at Real? And do you have a favorite piece of tech that Real gives to its agents?
Yeah. So what I love is the platform is dummy proof and efficient and getting better every single day. And so for us to be able to operate our businesses, whether it's paying agents or course or communication with brokers, or just simply looking at a snapshot of what our business looks like, the technology that's in place right now is absolutely amazing. And to be honest with you, what I'm super excited about is the Real Wallet and the fintech
Yeah.
component that's coming. And so the ability to have an even bigger snapshot of what our business looks like in terms of expenses, um, that's the most exciting part. Obviously, there's a consumer app that's rolling out, but really the real app. I mean, I literally check it 5 times a day, and
Yeah.
I mean, I check it for revenue share. I check it for what's happening with our team. I check it for all the fun things, and our team members who, I mean, from our previous brokerage, they love that it's just so easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The Real app has become a critical component to my business. I'm with you, man. I check it all day long, run my entire business off of it. And I'm also super excited about the Real Wallet, Real credit card, Real debit card. And I'll tell you
yeah,
why, because every agent I know has a separate credit card for all their business expenses. It makes taxes a hell of a lot easier at the end of the year. And so if I could,
every
yeah,
good agent
every agent should have a separate credit card
should,
for
yes,
business expenses. That should be the word there, should. And like
yeah,
if you can get one with Real and you earn points that reduce your fees and caps and costs of the company,
yeah,
why not? It's a win-win. And I've heard Sharon say that this could be a bigger stream of income into the business than the actual brokerage model, which I
yeah,
love that, you know. And also just shows that they're constantly innovating. Our leadership is constantly
yeah,
innovating, trying new things, pushing the envelope, which you can't say about, you know, all companies. So I'm super
yeah.
excited about that wallet as well. It's going to make headlines and be industry changing, I think.
Yeah, and when they roll out the pro teams in the next 30 to 45 days, I'm not on the beta program yet, but hoping to be in the next week or so. But the pro teams component, as somebody who runs a team, I'm super excited about seeing the integration and the back end system for what that looks like too. So
Yeah. So I'm not actually as familiar with that. Can you tell me a little bit about what the pro teams is going to do for team leaders?
yeah, so pro teams, it's going to give more information about how you operate with your team members. It gives flexibility on how you splice up the deal based on lead source, um, with your agents, and that can be per agent, it can be per deal. But the biggest thing is when you're running a team, generally you have your team splits, and then Real takes their portion with their 85/15. So it's almost like two different buckets. And so with the pro teams, it merges the two buckets into one bucket with you and your agent. And
Okay.
so if I say, hey, on this particular deal, so and so agent on my team, we're going to be on an 70/30 split, however the lead source came in or whatever it may be, then it's a true 70/30 split. The agent sees that they get their 70%, and all the other real fees and whatever that may come out, it's just streamlined for me to say it's a 70/30 split, as opposed to having to finagle two different buckets.
Okay.
And
I
so
love that.
that's what's exciting about the pro teams that's coming out in the next 30 to 40 days.
Yeah,
So
that's super cool. I like that. Because it does get a little confusing. You're like, okay, well, you got this split with the brokerage, and you got this split in fees with me, and so it just kind of combines that. Super
yeah,
cool. And I did see that they have their
yeah,
private label thing that they're rolling out with
oh
for
yeah,
brokerages, where the brokerages they can market themselves as a market themselves without even mentioning Real, if that's allowed in their state, which is
yeah,
super cool. Again, they're just innovating here, which I love
yeah,
seeing that they're not stagnant at all. Every single quarter, just a whole list of new things that they're rolling out with. So
yeah,
training is obviously really important. You know, being a team leader,
yeah,
I'm sure your agents, you know, you want them to be fully trained, and that kind of takes a lot of time off your hands if the brokerage can train them. What are your thoughts on the
yeah.
training that we have at Real? And do your agents find a lot of value in that?
Yeah, so the biggest difference that I have seen in this brokerage versus almost every other model, including some of these other revenue share models, is the value of training and collaboration trickles down from leadership and from a brokerage level versus the agent or the team leader or the silo effect level where you have to provide all the value. I can basically say to my
Mhm.
agents, hey, go plug into the Zoom that Malcolm is doing on YouTube, and they can go learn YouTube, something I don't know anything about. But if they want to learn how to run a better open house or want to learn how to door knock or improve their social media brand, it's taught by a lot of other agents at Real. So it takes a lot of the responsibility and the workload off of my shoulders. And so any team leader that's kind of watching this and looking at this, anybody that runs a network, the beauty of Real is that you get to plug into this one Real concept where the value, the training, and the collaboration comes from all of the agents at Real. And
Yeah.
so that's what's exciting. That's what I love about this brokerage.
Yeah, man. And what's cool is like we all own stock in this company. We all have revenue share.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but that incentivizes me to want to give the best training that I can to this company. I have ownership in this company. I want to see the company
Yeah.
do well. So I pour back into it because of that stock. So like the stocks have an influence on like the quality and the amount of training that we have in this company
Yeah.
in the end, which is really unique. And so culture and community
Yeah.
is obviously really important for a lot of people as well. How would you describe the culture and community that we have here at Real? Obviously, we're all sneakerheads,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yes. I was just going to say, aside from
You
the
included.
sneakers, I'm a brand new sneakerhead. That's what I'll say. So yeah, the culture, I'll say this, a lot of the culture stems from how we have the conversations day one with people.
Mm,
And so the conversation of we are one Real. We don't have downlines. We are one network. We all collaborate together. When we have those conversations with people that are joining Real, they come in with that expectation. And so it kind of starts from there. But you said it before. I mean, we're all investors. We all win if we have more market share. We all win through stock. We want win through our clients seeing more Real signs. So there's and obviously the revenue share component. And so when we come into a brokerage where we're all investors, we're all incentivized to help the brokerage become better and grow and be the best that it can possibly be. It helps with retention and all of that stuff. And so we're running this thing in our market called Real Listing Collab. And so this is kind of a concept that a couple of agents and I came up with, where if I have a listing, I will go to my seller and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, what's better than one video that I go create for your property? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, what about 10 videos? And I say, so now the running joke is, why have one video when you can have 10 videos? Why have 3,000 views when you can have 30,000 views on this content? And so what I would do is I would talk to Mr. and Mrs. Seller and say, hey, I'm going to invite 10 of my colleagues at Real to come and do content creation at your home. And so we call it this thing called Real Listing Collab, and it's a win for the seller. It's a win for me because it makes me look better when I have 30,000 views,
yeah,
and it's a win for the agents that don't have that listing, if they have something that they can do content creation and go market. And
yeah.
so we're doing this on all of our properties, and so obviously the seller has to agree, but it's a really cool concept that we're rolling out, and the agents in our market are really loving it.
I love
So
it, man. It's a testament to, the collaboration that we have here at this company. And again,
yeah,
showing that, you're innovating. And obviously video and social media, like we have a lot of people doing that at a high level at Real, and that's kind of a big focus of our culture, I'd say. So that's super cool that you're
yeah,
kind of encouraging that and like, hey, here's a beautiful $1 million house. Come by and make some content creation around this. I love it.
yeah, we love it. We love it.
And so, as a team leader, what do you think your favorite thing about being at Real is?
Um, oof. People have asked me this all the time. What's something that you don't like about Real? And
Oh,
it is really hard to come up with something.
yeah,
I mean, having been in this industry for 20 years, I love the training. I love the collaboration. I love the opportunity. I love the financials, and opportunity is stock and revenue share. I love the financials. Um, I don't know if I have a favorite thing, and it's one of those that I love real. And here's what I tell people. I say, um, actually, I'm not sure if I can say this because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about other brokerages, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I will say it is, imagine the best of all of the brokerages packaged into one, and that's what Real Broker is. And
Yeah.
so it's really hard for me to say what I love the most. Um, if I'm going to pick one thing, it's the people.
Yeah.
I love the people that I'm in business with. It makes me want to wake up every single day to be in community with them, and we're having a lot of fun right now. Ton of
Uh,
fun.
I'm I'm with
So
you, man. I love the people. I love collaborating with the people at the company like this. I love the leadership that we have. So really, like we've
yeah,
got some really good people here at Real in the company and then in leadership as well.
yeah,
And yeah, Ryan, if anybody wanted to connect with you, how would what's your Instagram? What's the best way to connect?
yeah. So Instagram is easy. It's at Ryan Ryan Zook Zook. Very simple.
All right, man.
Just my
Well,
name.
I appreciate your time today, dude, and we'll definitely have to connect at the Rise conference this year again.